Aloha, I'm Kiora Balul with Maui Video and Marketing. You know, we're all doing our best during this COVID-19 quarantine, and for some, that means giving back. That's why I'm sitting here at Seabury Hall when the school is closed. There's a group of volunteers down there that started what's known as the Maui Filter Mask Project. They're making medical-grade masks for essential workers here on Maui, and it all started when a dressmaker closed her shop due to the quarantine.
So I have a dressmaking shop up in Maui, and my business was closing, because of COVID-19, and I was looking for something that I could do. I figured, well, I could make masks, but I didn't want to just make fabric masks. I wanted to make like a medical grade mask. Ours is a little bit bigger because we were trying to get a little more coverage on the side here, on the side of the head. And then we also changed the placement of the elastic. We put the elastics on the outside of the mask, whereas this is on the inside. So we just made that change to try to get a better fit. But it is the same idea. It's 4 layers, has the nose piece here. We have our filter fabric and we get that prepped. It goes through a cutting process, so we're cutting out all the layers of all the pieces of the mask. There's the blue layer and the filters and the paper rag, everything gets cut out. And then once it's all cut out, it goes in our assembly room when we start stacking up layers of all these pieces. And then they go into the people doing the sewing and they start assembling everything. And then once they get through assembly, then it goes into our finish room where it gets cleaned up, everything gets all snipped and stapled, and then we go through a quality control. Once the quality control is all done, then they are bagged up and ready to send out. Well, they were designed to be delivered to healthcare providers. Specifically, if you were on the front line somewhere, you might be working with people who might have COVID-19. We were trying to provide a mask that would be more coverage than like a level 1 surgical mask. They have gone to all kinds of people. They've gone to ER nurses at Maui Memorial. They've gone to Kula Hospital. They've gone to Kaiser Permanente, Maui Lani Clinic, doctors in private practice, optometrists, dentists. It's all Maui. When this whole thing got started and I put out the word that I was looking for a place to do this, my friend Kaimana Brumel, she's the director of advancement here, and she reached out and said, I think we could do this at Seabury Hall. We've been going for 4 weeks now, and every single day we've had an amazing lunch donated by somebody. We feel just so treated like royalty with some of the things that we're getting for lunch. It's amazing. So many people started just responding or even just asking to help even before we put out the call for volunteers. We have about 30 to 40 people a day that come and work with us, and they sew, they cut, snip, trim. They've been cutting apart filters, they iron, they use these big stack cutters that can cut through big stacks at a time of materials. Some people come here, they can't sew at all. So we give them cutting work or snipping or ironing or trimming, or cutting wire and cutting foam. But we do have a lot of people that come and sew too. So we are here 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. and we have 2-hour shifts, and some people will do more than 1 shift, so they'll stay all day. They say that they love having something to do. They feel like they're essential, that they have a meaning and purpose, and it gives them a lot of joy to be here, and they're happy to work on something that they know is going out to the people who need it. It's very meaningful on a very personal level because my mother was a nurse. She was a nurse at Queens in Honolulu back in the day, and my dad was stationed in the Navy there. I have their pictures on display in one of the workrooms, so they're kind of there just as our little guides, just overseeing, giving their blessing over everything, so it's nice to have them there. And it's very meaningful.
And the story doesn't end there. They're actually still in need of volunteers and donations for those materials that you saw in the video. You can learn more and get a link in my blog at mauivideomarketing.com. I'm Kiora Balul, and I'm wishing you the very best during these challenging times. Mahalo for watching.